Okay folks, so I'm just about to cast off. Front and rear are both untied. The water point is what I need, and it's just after this boat, so I'm literally moving a boat length. So a quick push out, because I've not got a long run up, but not too fast, because there are boats moored across the other side of the course and we don't want to hit them. There we go, boat swinging out, so let's get the stern out of it. There we go. It's shortly after 8 o'clock. This is Hinckley, the edge of Hinckley. Lovely, really nice mooring. I mean, quiet towpath as well, brilliant. I had a couple of jobs I was going to do in the engine bay, but it rained just all day, last 2 days, and I couldn't do it. Well, I could have done it, but I would have got soaked, so I didn't. But I'm moving on anyway. I've had my 2 days here, so I'm just going to stop for water. And then press on. This guy feeding the dogs there. Morning. Didn't look over the moon to see me, but what are you going to do? So, where's the water point? Right, I think I know where it is. There's a couple of signs and bits and bobs. Right, let's get some speed off. Yeah, I've got a trash run to do, but I'm not quite sure what the route is. So we'll see. But I've got a trash run to do. There's an Elsan north of town, so I'm alright with that in a few days. Right, so bring the stern of the boat in, grab the rope. There we go. Right, let's get the boat to a stop. Right, the noise you can hear there is my normal 8 o'clock alarm. And I've deliberately, hang on, let's turn this off. They're so annoying. I've deliberately left it a bit late. I'm going to leave the centre line just lying on the ground. That's going to be for the final cast off. Here's the tap. So let's just get tied up. So a boat went past me and I thought he was going to use the water point a few minutes ago, but he didn't. So let's get tied up. This'll do, yeah. Get the back end tied up. It's been grim weather. Not grim in the sense of cold. It's been cool. Just raining and overcast. But we're in for brighter days. And not just like metaphorically speaking. I think we're going to get 4 or 5 days of bright, half sunny weather. So we've got that to look forward to. But it's near the end of the solar season, so that's sad. I noticed yesterday I had to run the engine. Just pull the back end in. we go. Pull it taut and then whip it round there fast. Yeah, the guy in the boat next door wasn't particularly matey, but you know, look, it's not a Rotary Club meeting, is it? It's funny when people are in these little cosy 2-day moorings and they love the spot they've got, like he clearly loves the spot he's got there. Since before I arrived, he was there when I arrived, but he loves it, and so they almost resent you showing up. Right, this is my brilliant hose. Right now, let's see if I'm up, if I can match its brilliance and get the thing tied on here. There we go. There we go. Right, that looks about as tight as it'll go. That's a bit too high. That's a bit too high above the towpath. Not many bikers, but if one did show up, that's better. Look at that. You see, that's perfect until the boat pulls out. But look at that, 3 inches above the ground. So I'll just put the little trip hazard sign, and hopefully that is my duty done. Right. While that's filling up, I need to consider the trash run. Right, it's up here somewhere. But the rubbish bins are in the back of this pub here. So my cunning plan, right, is to pull up there. My cunning plan is to pull up there on that armco. Depositing of rubbish prohibited. And it's not, because there's a... Morning, sorry. I'm talking to the camera. Do you mind me asking, are you a CR teacher? No, it's okay. Canal and River Trust, I meant. That's the... No, there's some bins behind the pub, you know, for the boaters specifically. That's why I was asking if you were working for them. And it looks like you've got to go over here. Oh, blimey, that's going to be a trek, isn't it? Well, it is what it is. So I've either got a 300-yard walk over the bridge there. Morning. Anywho, why don't I go and get the kettle on? Because I'm not going to do that march up and around that bridge. So let's get cast off. Oh, I'm just wrapped around here. I do this reprehensible system where I just wrap the rope around like 5 times and pull it tight. I'm literally going to try and pull over on the right over there, just up ahead, and see if I can't get rid of the trash. And now the back. So farewell to this absolutely gorgeous little mooring. I need to be in town for about 2 more days, so I'm going to find another mooring. Rather than leave today, I'm going to find another mooring, so just push out. I think I'm in neutral. Yeah, let's go. So, it's a little bit iffy, this. I don't know how this is going to go. There's a small stretch of Armco on the right outside part of the pub garden, and I'm hoping to hook on there because the bins are 100 yards away, rather than sort of go all the way over this bridge and down the side. Anyway, I'm being lazy and it could backfire, in the sense that I could be stuck with the 4 bags of trash for another 3 days before I reach the next facilities. We shall see. And I think I need to take the speed off now, because I'm already approaching it. Right. So I'm just edging round the corner. It's like a little bend. Oh blimey, there's a family of swans right where I want to park. I can't let a family of swans put me off. I just can't. They've got young as well. Let's see. I'm going to jump off. Right. Now the swans are watching me. Hopefully it's just the mum. So if I can just get a little bit closer, all I need is to get tied up here for 10 minutes. That's all. Now these things are fearless. It won't care that I'm an adult or whatever I am. It will just be right. Don't come near my children. Brilliant. Well, they've moved on. They've moved on, which is jolly decent of them. I suspect if there was a male about, they might have contested the territory. Right. So the thing about this, right, this spot where I am, is there will be boats going past and it's narrow, and I don't want my boat getting sucked out. So I want a tighter rope as I can manage. So I've got the cleat, the fair lead, sorry, right up against, right up, level with the bollard. So it, and I'm tightening the rope as much as I can. I want no boat movement. This'll do. So let's get this show on the road. These are sensible swans, which is not typical of the breed. I must say that. With apologies to swan lovers, obviously. Right. I used to do this quick whilst my boat is in a slightly iffy position. This cage here at the back. Oh. Even after 100 yards, oh, my fingers are aching. Badly out of shape. Right. I want to do another shop here. I'm not sure what the beer supply situation is going to be further up this canal. So what time is it now? I've only got the L stand to do, but as I say, I'm okay for another few days up there where it is. I'm just in Tickover, but the camera's decided to track me. It just looks a bit silly. Looks like one of those 90s, fast-paced 90s detective series where the cameras or angles are always jerking around, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, the other thing I've got to do before I leave town, like I say, I've got to get coal. 6 bags will do me for like 6 bags will do me for about 3 weeks. What's going on there? So I've got to get coal, and there's a few places I could get coal, but I might as well get coal at the marina here. There's a marina in town, Trinity I think it's called. So this canal, we're moving now through the I think you would call this the western side of Hinckley. On the right is the main part of the town. On the left, really, there's not much, not as much. So I've got to decide. I don't need the coal today, so I could just stop if I find a good spot, but I will need the coal soon. But once I commit to going past that marina, right, this is the issue. Once I go past that marina, I can't come back. Now, there is another marina a little bit further north, but I've only got enough coal for about 2-3 days. I've got like 1 bag left. Right. This is not a bad looking spot. There's Armco, and it does look good. I'll show you. It does look good. It's open. It's a busy firm over the hedge. So perhaps this can be like a reserve spot. If nothing, and these are 14 days as well. What slightly sort of puts me off is that you're on your own. Round here, in a place like this, like that's not, you know, such a big deal being on your own in a place like this, because I feel like it's a decent town. I don't feel like you're going to get that much hassle off of local kids here. I think it's all fairly good. So this would be my reserve spot. Right. So I've got one more stretch of moorings up ahead that I can use. It is a nice spot, that back there. It is a nice spot. I'm just not 100% sure about being completely on my own with not even another boat in sight. Like, I'm sure it would be fine. It's a decent town. It's a nice town. I've got like a scale, decent. You know, I don't know what the words are for it. In the middle is decent. Then you've got sort of pretty nice. Then you've got definitely nice. And then you've got like, you know, classy. In terms of safety anyway, there's other criteria like, is there anything interesting? Like Chester, for instance. Not exactly the safest place to walk around in. There are a few scallywags. It's a fairly well-to-do town, but there are elements. And So it's off the scale, you know, in terms of interest. Great place. Countless pubs, there's local museums, there's Roman history to look at, all sorts of stuff going on, city walls, there's even a race course there if you're there in the summer. Anyway, you know, all that and loads more. But and actually it's pretty safe. Down in the basin it's fairly safe. Even above it's fairly safe. What happens above is, when you're more above the staircase locks in Chester, it's close to a couple of pubs. So you get the passing drunks late at night, and they don't mean any harm, they're just having a laugh, but it feels like it's a bit sketchy. It's not really, but it sort of feels a bit. Now, these are nice houses, aren't they? Look, overlooking the cut here. I'm literally just doing 1,000 RPM here. I'm just going to up it slightly. 12. So I scouted this out a couple of days ago. There's the little boating lake, little local boating lake. So I've got to check, after this bridge, there's a bridge coming up ahead. After that, there's a section where I could stop. Do 2 days there. Couple of shopping trips, you know, stock up on the stuff that's going to be, like, I need evaporated milk. Right, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to slow down again and see what we've got here. What have we got? I can see there's looks like a potential space. Is it a space? I'm going to slow right down and see if I could just squeeze in front of this guy. Is it long enough? I need to turn the boat. I'm moving across the cut. I'm looking at this space here. I always think I'm not going to fit, and I really would fit there, wouldn't I? There's a space after him as well. That's what I'll go for. This'll do. It's full of housing, which is not ideal. I'm going to go for it. This will do me for a couple of days. Just behind Hirondelle. Let's take the speed off the boat. I can see some Armco further up as well. Just taking the speed off. We got rings, brilliant, we got rings. Got to find a spot here. There's a coat hanging. There's a coat hanging on a thing, which is a bit worrying. Someone's random coat. Right, come on. This is as good as anywhere. It's all residential around, but it's okay. What's going on with this? Get in. Where's the rings? Where are the rings? Let's get the boat in. I think there's a wind. There is a significant breeze, and clearly it's carrying the boat off the shore. And again, the boat's coming out. I think I'll use the rings because it'll be quicker when I want to cast off. Shit, there's a boat coming. Time to tie up. Get off the boat. Boaters would pass me and think, why is he tying up his boat at like 9 o'clock in the morning? What is going on? They will think. And it's because I was on a 2-day mooring. I'm not ready to leave town yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the rope through that ring and then pull the boat in, because they're well on their way towards me now. Here we go. Morning. No, I can't do that. If I leave that rope like that, it's just going to unravel. I think I'm just going to slacken off the front one a little bit. So it's at an angle of 90 degrees almost there, see? And there's room. There's enough space to get a more acute angle. So I'm going to undo this and let out some slack, like that much slack. Okay, just enough to let the boat move backwards a little way. Always tighten that cleat before you do the final loops around. Always tighten the cleat. There we go. Doesn't look that much better, but we'll see. Right. But you see, because I've let some slack out at the front, this is what's happened at the back. But I can tighten that up, so that's no problem. Like I say, I'll leave that engine running a little bit longer. Whew. Okay folks, so here we are, sort of the middle of Hinckley in terms of north-south. 2-day mooring spot, Nuts Lane. There's the moorings, that's where I came from, south, and that's where I'm headed for, north. And there's some lovely accommodation just over the way there, a little landing stage as well. I don't know what it is, student shelter accommodation, who knows, no idea. But there's the boat anyway, and I've no idea. It looks like it'll be a nice little quiet mooring, but you know, at least I've got a couple of GRPs for company up there, and there's another boat behind me, so we shall see. So far so good. And time to get in and have a coffee. See you later.